Million more 3.
So this is the car. This is the car that carry Tay-K and 3 other people that were inside the car. So this is the black car, and then we're gonna see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't think they can identify exactly who shoot, but the prosecutors rely a lot on the witnesses that say they saw Tay-K saying shoot the gun. And then what I think is gonna be problematic for him is because his girlfriend, who was also in the car, said that, and in her testimony, that he was the one that shoot the gun. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play all this video, all those like witness testimony, testimony. So, but let's keep playing it, guys. Let's keep playing. My bad. So this is the video from the parking lot of the Chick-fil-A. It's not a very good video, so you can't really identify who is who. I think the only person that I can't not 100% identify her, but I think that's the girlfriend. I think who was the only girl who was in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see that's a woman. But when it comes to the guys, me personally, I cannot say this is Tay-K or this is the other like 2 guys that were in the car. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a very challenging thing for. I don't think it's challenge. It's not gonna be a challenge for the prosecutor because they have a lot of witnesses, and then, like I said before, they have his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Who said he's the one that shoot the gun. So I don't think that's gonna be hard for them to prove anything else. If your girlfriend, I mean ex-girlfriend, because she probably sucking somebody else now. You know what I'm saying? Not you, because like I said, the nigga was already serving like 55 years in prison. She most likely got another dick. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? So she also testified in saying that after McIntyre, which is Tay-K, shoot the photographer, the cameraman, and then the Spanish dude that was next to him high-five him. You know what I'm saying? And then they start laughing about the whole situation. Cold-blooded, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is the life these kids live, man. If you look at, I mean, that's the life they live. I don't know what to say about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me personally, I'm not trying to make it on me, but let's say I shoot somebody, you know what I'm saying, I will never go around like start shooting people unless my life is in danger, or somebody that's family member, somebody that's close to me life is in danger. You know what I'm saying? I have to defend myself. Even if I like do a shooting like that, kill somebody in self-defense, bro, I'm not gonna start laughing and bragging about that shit like I just did something great. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody, you know what I'm saying, whether the person was trying to take you out or not, because that's not your goal to kill somebody. But these young kids, they see life totally different, like a joke. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch what the girlfriend got to say.
What happened?
We hit the light at McCullough, and Tamar took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started hitting him, and Tamar was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face, and I started telling them to let him go, and I just kept screaming, let him go. And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out, and he was fighting to get back in the car, and then I didn't let him in the car, so he went around the car and he jumped on the hood, and then the light turned green.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
So, when you all were at the light on McCullough, you said Tamar produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamar have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamar saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go, so I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the chick.
If you got a girl or ex-girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, that come to the stand testifying, and guess you started crying like that, and then she was in the car, you know what I'm saying, bro, you cook. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently the defense was they're trying to say, oh, we don't know who shoot the, you know what I'm saying, who shoot the gun, because there was also people that says, oh, we see he was a Spanish male, we see he was a black male, you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, one of the person that was close to the accused killer, Tay-K, is saying that, oh, he shot the gun. I don't know how the defense gonna like trying to combat that. You know what I'm saying? It's nearly impossible to defend that. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that was outside the car, maybe the car was tinted, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe they couldn't see what's going on because there was a lot of going on inside the car, you know what I'm saying? And then they probably was paying attention to the guy that was on top of the car, you know what I'm saying? Because they say he shot the gun outside when the guy was on the like a windshield of the car. So they probably didn't really pay attention to what's going on inside the car. They probably was paying attention to the guy that was on the windshield, you know what I'm saying? So, but the person that was inside the car, which is the girlfriend, she sees everything. So me, if I was a jury, I have a person like that come testifying, I will believe her. You know what I'm saying? I think the route that the defense is taking, saying, oh, we don't know, there was like multiple people inside the car, we don't know who shot the gun. But I think that's bullshit defense though. But let's keep going though.
Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield, and Tay-K opened the door and shot him.
Okay. All right. So when you were in the Chick-fil-A parking lot and Mark was on the hood of the vehicle, who was sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle at that time?
Tamor.
What did you...
And I gotta say this too. You see how she's crying? I can guarantee you 100%. Well, man, fuck 100%. 1,000% she was down with what they were doing. She was down with the robbery. She was down with the shooting. You know what I'm saying? But now that was like 2017, I believe that happened. The reality start kicking in. You know what I'm saying? She sees the reality, and I believe that she got a plea deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she served no time in prison, but she was young just like them. She probably was down with it. You know what I'm saying? But now she's crying. She act like she wasn't into it. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry. So let's go back to it.
From the front passenger seat.
He shot him.
How did Tamor... Did he exit the vehicle, or did he roll the window down? How did he shoot?
Yeah, he opened the door and leaned out on one leg.
Okay. Now, do you see the person that shot Mark Anthony Saldivar in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by the article of clothing he's wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Tamor McIntyre.
Man, Tay-K is in big trouble, bro. Tay-K is in a lot. I mean, he's always, bro. First of all, you're already serving 55 years in prison. He's 24 right now. So if we do the math, 55 plus 24, that's like 79, isn't it? Is my math okay? 24 plus 55, 79. So let's say you get released early, right? If you get released early, so you get back into society around like, okay, but before I say that, if you get released early, you have to be that, which I don't think is gonna do it at all. There's no way. Like I said, like the prosecutor said that point to the guy that shot the cameraman. She pointed at him. She knows him. She was fucking him. That was that was her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So like I said before, man, I don't see how like this guy gonna beat this case, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a waste of time. You're only serving 55 years. I guess you just don't want to die in prison. Like I said, if it's 55 years, if you get out early in like early 60s, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's good for him, you know what I'm saying? But your life is completely destroyed by doing dumb shit for no reason, you know what I'm saying? For no reason, just because you want to live the life, you know what I'm saying? You was already on the run for a murder that they accused you of doing, and then the thing about it, you wasn't even the trigger man. You was somebody that was the trigger man, but just because of drill music, rap music, you get influenced by it, you know what I'm saying? And then you were on probation for that same case. You cut out your ankle monitor, going around making music talking about what I make the race if I don't beat the case, all type of bullshit that I don't even make, you know what I'm saying? And then that's where the kid's mind come into it, you know what I'm saying? He was 17, 16, so he probably don't understand how like shit works, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you run, where you going? You 17, bro. The United States government went after the mafia who got all the resources, and they still took him down. They took everybody down. So you take a 16, 17-year-old boy, black boy, they were not able to, like, come on man, like let's be honest bro, you know what I'm saying? But that's what like drill music make a lot of like kids, black kids, understand that they can do dumb shit, they can go out killing people, shooting people, and then they think they can get away with it, you know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you 100%, if this guy, if there was, I mean there's no if really, but let's say he got another chance to redo his life all over again. I don't know if that's even a word, like, you know what I'm saying, to run his life all over again. I don't think he will never take that route again. He will regret everything that he did. But unfortunately, life don't work like that, bro. Once you kill somebody, you know what I'm saying, you can't take that shit back. And then he literally killed the cameraman in like cold blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's, let's keep going with the girlfriend testimony, guys. Let's get it.
I need to back up a little bit, and I apologize. When you all were out, where did Mark's backpack end up?
And Jalen had it.
Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit back to the stoplight on McCullough, okay? Did Tamor ever gain Mark's backpack at any point?
Yes.
Okay, and when was that?
And when they were fighting him.
Okay. And regarding, where was the backpack once you all were in Chick-fil-A? Do you know where it was, or you didn't see it at that time?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Now, when you all were at that stoplight at McCullough and 410, prior to that, did you have any knowledge of Tamor's intentions to take Mark's belongings at gunpoint?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but then what did you observe occur?
He was robbing him.
And that's at the stoplight?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else in the vehicle have a firearm?
Jalen.
But who is the only person that you saw with a firearm in the motor vehicle?
Tamor.
And so when you get to the Mexican restaurant, what happens?
I parked the vehicle, and then they started getting out of the vehicle, and then I got out of the vehicle, and
I don't know if you guys caught that. You guys gotta remember, hold on, I gotta put this thing like to screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You guys gotta remember, so this chick right here, this is the girlfriend of Tay-K, of this dude right here. This is the girlfriend of him here. There he is. This is the girlfriend, right? She was the driver. So if you're using your brain, you're not gonna let another nigga driving in front of the car with your girlfriend if your girlfriend is driving. So you have to be in the passenger side if you're not driving, if your girlfriend is the one driving, right? And then, like I said, the witnesses say they saw the person they saw shooting the gun was the person that was in the passenger side of the car. So if all the witnesses say that, they say that's what they saw, but they couldn't tell if it was a Spanish male or a black male, right? But like I said, if we're using our brain a little bit, it's very unlikely to none that you will let another person driving in front of the car with your girlfriend while you are in the vehicle. Usually it don't work like that. So we can only say that Tay-K was the one that was sitting beside her while she was driving the car.
Through the backpack, and then also going through his wallet, throwing things out.
And so you said, do you know where Mark Saldivar's backpack was at this time?
Jalen had it.
Okay. And regarding Mark Saldivar's belongings, who did you observe with Mark Saldivar's wallet?
Jalen.
Okay. Do you know if there was anything inside of the wallet?
He had got upset because there was only $10.
When you say he got upset, who are you referring to?
Jalen.
So they rob the guy, they shoot the guy, they take his camera, they take his wallet, his backpack and everything. And then when they went through the wallet, and then they find out that the guy only had like $10, and then they all got pissed off. They all got mad, so they literally took a life for $10. Yeah, can you believe that? It's hard to believe, but it does happen, and in some cases it happened less than that, less than $10.
Please describe to the jury the demeanor of Tamor McIntyre and Jalen Bell at the Mexican restaurant once you all got off the vehicle.
They were kind of going back and forth, and then Jalen applauded him and gave him a high five, and they high-fived each other, and Jalen said, "You caught your first body."
Can you describe to the jury how you were feeling when you all were at the Mexican restaurant?
In shock.
Cold-blooded, bro. After the nigga Tay-K shot and killed this young 20-year-old dude that was trying to make a living, you know what I'm saying, like shooting videos for hood niggas, you know what I'm saying, drill rappers and all type of like fucked up people. After they killed them, his friends, like you guys heard, high five him, saying that, "Good job, you got your first body." This is not a movie, people. This is what she just said. I'm not making that shit up. This is literally what she just said. She said after Tay-K shot and killed the cameraman, Tay-K friends high five him, say, "Good job, you got your first body." Insane. It don't make sense. But we also got other witnesses that was at the parking lot when the shooting happened that's testified. So let's check this out too.
Ms. Winfield, and how do you know that the person that was in the front passenger seat name is McIntyre?
After, like, when they ended up catching him, I guess, like the news.
All right, so your objection is sustained. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you disregard her answer with the name McIntyre in it. Does everyone understand? So you're to disregard the question and you're to disregard the answer.
Your Honor, we would respectfully move for mistrial.
That will be denied. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. So can you, without naming the person,
Okay.
can you describe what the person in the front passenger seat looked like?
He was a black male.
Okay. And the person that was driving the vehicle, do you recall what they looked like?
She was a white female with blonde hair.
Okay. And so when you turn around and you look in that black four-door, what did you observe going on in that black motor vehicle?
There was a Mexican that was sitting in the back, getting beat up on by the people that were in the front and in the back, sitting with him.
Okay, and so when you say the Mexican boy that was sitting in the back seat was being beat up on, who was exactly beating up on him?
Just the two guys, the black male in the front and then also the one in the back.
Okay, and did you see anything in the hands of the black male in the front?
Yes.
What did he have in his hands?
It was a handgun, a black handgun.
Okay, and where was that pointed at?
He was also using it to hit him.
Okay, so it was being used to strike the person in the back seat, is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, and so the person in the back seat that was being struck, eventually what happened with that person?
He somehow ended up getting out of the vehicle.
You got this witness that says you did it. You got your girlfriend who was the driver said you did it. There's no way around it, nigga, man. You should have like trying to get a plea deal or something. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really serving 55 years. Now they're trying to like have you die in prison. Do you deserve it? Yeah, you kill somebody. A lot of people can look at it and say, oh, you were dumb and young because you were 16, 17 when you allegedly took this man's life for no reason. Just because you were trying to rob him for a fucking camera that probably didn't like cost more than $500. You know what I'm saying? people say, oh, he was young and stupid, we can give him grace and shit. But if you think about it, the other side of it, the family of the kid that was trying to make a living, not trying to go the gangster route that these young dumb kids did, it's not here anymore. The family have to relieve his murder. They have to leave it every single day when they're thinking about the loved one is not there anymore. Why is not there anymore? Because you got a bunch of dumb kids who ain't got nothing to do with their life and took his life away. You know what I'm saying? It's sad as it is, but that's what it is. Me personally, I have no how can I say this, man? I have no remorse. It's not remorse. I have no like grace in my heart for people like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I have no grace. You done the crime, you have to pay the price.